Today we're documenting an error, calculation error in Microsoft Excel. This is the Microsoft Excel 365 subscription that comes with Office 365. It's running on a MacBook Air with the El Capitan operating system. What we're going to show here today is that we're going to enter two data points in cells, let's say E1 and E2. We'll just enter a 1 and a 1. Okay, and for those of you familiar with Excel, we're going to go into formulas and we're going to look at calculation options, and I'm going to show here that it is in fact automatically calculating. So we'll go back to our data point. We're going to enter a formula in here, sum of those two values, which should be 2, which in fact it is. So if I change one of these values to a 2, the new result should be 3, which in fact it is. If I change that one to a 2, now the result should be 4. Okay? Anytime you're dealing with the viewable area of the spreadsheet, everything works as expected. Now I'm going to scroll down to below that viewable area to line, let's say, 45. I'm going to enter the same function, sum, and then we're going to scroll to the top of E1 and E2. And then I'll close that function right there. We'll go to the bottom, and what you're going to see is that when I hit enter, it moved down a cell. That's by default. That's expected. So we're going to move up one cell to where we actually entered the formula, and you'll see the formula is actually entered. So here's the first problem. Anything inside the viewable area defaults to black text. Anything outside the viewable area defaults to white text. So if we go up to the top and we go to home, and then we look at the text, defaults, we see that it should be defaulting to black, but it's not. It's defaulting to white. So in this case, we're going to click on black, and we're going to scroll back down, and we'll see, okay, there's our answer, 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay, so now, here's the calculation issue. If I change this value to a 1, 1 plus 2 should equal 3. And indeed, it does, based on the formula you can see. But if we scroll to the bottom, you will see that the value beneath the viewable area of the screen did not change. It's still 4. The only way to get this to change is to click on that cell, go into the formula bar, click inside the formula bar as if you were going to edit it, but do not edit it, and then hit enter. If you do that, you'll see that it's now updated to 3. So they have a calculation error in the spreadsheet. Anything outside this initial viewable area, the data doesn't update. So if you have a spreadsheet that has data here and there are resulting values outside of this area, you need to check to make sure that they're updating when the data changes. Otherwise, you might be making a bad business decision.